Hey everybody, I'm WPTV anchor Chris Gilmore here with another StreamYard, and it's a really cool story that we're talking about today. It's a story that I did as part of our Inspiring South Florida series. It's a cool little segment that we do here at WPTV where we get introduced to members of the community who are making the community a better place and just doing amazing things. I've met all kinds of people through this project. I'm really lucky that the station values this community input so much. And in one of my most recent stories, I got to meet the ladies that you see next to me here in the boxes. That is Dorinda and Audrey Robertson, the mother-daughter duo you see on your screen. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, ladies. Thanks for joining us, by the way.
So I'm Audrey, and this is my mom, Dorinda.
Thank you so much for having us. We're excited to tell you more about what Audrey's doing.
Yeah, and as you can see, the little descriptor on the bottom of the screen, they are from Jupiter. Audrey's the 12-year-old mentioned there who is raising money to give others hope through very creative ways during this interesting time during the pandemic. For those of you just joining us, this is a live Q&A, back and forth conversation. So if you have any questions, comments on what Audrey's doing, we're going to see the comments pop up. We can direct you to where you can find out more about her project. But her project, before I get ahead of myself, is raising money for Place of Hope, which is a really cool organization here in South Florida. They service several counties from Broward all the way up to the Treasure Coast, where we cover as well. But I only recently got acquainted with them. I feel like you, Dorinda, and Audrey can do a better job of explaining it. I know it's something that you're very passionate about. So just tell us about what Place of Hope does and why you care about it so much.
So Place of Hope is a nonprofit that helps a lot of kids who are abused, or their parents died, they're orphans, some reason or another, and they get taken into family-style foster care, group homes. It's really an amazing organization. It helps with human trafficking. It helps with a bunch of
teen moms.
Yeah, it helps with.
And they actually, even the kids that graduate out of the program, a lot of times those kids don't really have very good statistics for their future. But Place of Hope has a program even that takes some of those kids and helps them go to college or helps them get planted in the community and helps them find a place to live. So they even help with them even after they've graduated out of the system. So they do lots of cool things.
Yeah,
I had a chance to talk with the folks over at Place of Hope, Charles and Jamie, and they said another issue, you kind of touched on it, is are people aging out of the foster care system and then unfortunately falling into homelessness. So they're a good conduit and connector for resources to prevent that from happening. We already have some comments here from Sandy. So good to see someone so young helping the community. That's what I thought when I first met Audrey. I was like, wow, she's doing so much more than I did when I was 12 years old. But she has great role models in her parents. Going to brag on Dorinda a little bit, and her husband, who's not there. They set really good examples for them. How important was that for you, Dorinda? To set, you also have two other daughters who are, I'm sure you're instilling good qualities into similarly. But how important was it for you to, just teach these lessons of, how to spread blessings to Audrey?
I mean, from when they were little, we have been involved in Place of Hope for a long time. So we've seen and we've heard some of the stories that come out of Place of Hope that are heartbreaking. And it just makes me and us realize how blessed we are and how much we do have. And, even on a global level, we have so much more than a lot of people have. So from when they were little, we really wanted them to understand that we are blessed and we do have a lot. And even from just having two loving parents, it's not something that everyone gets. And we have the opportunity, because we are as blessed as we are, to really be able to help pour into other people. But the only way they're going to have the drive to want to do that is if they understand that we're blessed and that there's ways we can bless others who are less fortunate than us. So.
And Audrey took these lessons to heart. She listened more than you thought she probably was. And, was pretty much a self-starter from, starting at 7 when she started a toy drive. But I don't want to get too much into the story because as we have more people join and gather, I actually want to show you guys, if that's okay, the story that we put together here at WPTV. I went over to visit the family at their home and to learn more about their story and the amazing stuff that Audrey's doing. So if we can, let's go ahead and cue that video up so we can show you a little bit more about what Audrey's doing to help people.
This week in Inspiring South Florida, a Jupiter girl is teaching us all a thing or two about kindness and that you're never too old or too young to make a difference.
WPTV's Chris Gilmore has the 12-year-old story that's giving hope to foster kids in South Florida.
Audrey Robertson will be the first to tell you she's
Just a typical 12-year-old.
from her bedazzled room down to her interests.
I have 2 dogs and a cat. I love to dance and to read and to just hang out with other people. I'm very social.
You don't have to sit down long with her to tell she's not like other kids her age. Her mom, Dorinda, explains.
She's had this drive and this passion for others since she was little, but really she's developed that more and more as time has gone on.
Part of it comes from knowing how fortunate her and her Jupiter family are.
My life is very fun and I'm so blessed to have it.
The other part of her kindness comes from knowing there are 330 to 340 foster kids serviced by Place of Hope on a daily basis who aren't as lucky. That awareness dawned on Audrey when she was 7 and started a Christmas toy drive with a goal of 100 toys. Ever the go-getter, she gathered 175. Staff at Place of Hope, like Jamie Bond, say they're grateful.
She says, I've been blessed, so I want to bless others. And I really want to be able to provide the children that are coming through Place of Hope the opportunities that I've had.
Years later, at 12, toy drives turned to lemonade stands, turned to Dunkin' donations, and now YouTube videos, all to help those in need.
It's one thing to just raise money, which we need, but at the same time to be able to educate people on what is human trafficking, what is foster care, what is the homeless situation here for our kids that are aging out of foster care.
Audrey's goal this time around is $10,000. So far, she's at $6,200 and not stopping as long as there are kids in her community who need to know someone cares.
I just want to tell them that God loves you and there may be people and there are people that will show you love and that will care for you, and there are good people out there, and as long as you just think of that, then your life is going to be a lot better.
To kids her age watching, Audrey wants you to know you're not too young to change someone's life for the better.
Why wait? There's so many things that you can do to make a difference.
Turning her can't into cans and her dreams into plans. In Jupiter, Chris Gilmore, WPTV News Channel 5.
Wonderfully precocious young lady. We can learn a lot of great lessons. The 2021 Place of Hope Matching Challenge will tack on an additional $10,000 to Audrey's fundraiser if she reaches her goal. To find out how you can help, please head to our website.
Have a funny feeling she'll reach that goal.
How about that? Were you guys able to watch it live? What kind of response did you get? I mentioned in the story that you're at 6,200. Has that number changed since the story aired on Monday? It must have been
6,400, I think we're at now. I have a spreadsheet
That's awesome.
on my phone.
So
6,400, yeah.
little by little, you have people reacting to the story that we just aired. Anna saying amazing, perfect platform, one near and dear to my heart, an awesome inspiration. Kayla sending hearts there. Crystal saying that you're a future philanthropist, a big word for just the awesome things that you're doing out there to help the community. What reaction did you get from more hearts from Kayla, from viewers and the Place of Hope? I don't know if you were able to talk to them, but I spoke to them the day that it aired, and they were just so impressed with the things that you were doing.
I did get to speak with Jamie on Saturday at Dunkin' Donuts, and she's really an awesome person. I really admire her a lot and all the things that she does for Place of Hope and for the kids everywhere that really need a lot of help. I think she's just such an inspiration.
Yeah, and I mentioned in the story, you had to get creative with fundraising. A lot of people are in different situations. You may start making YouTube videos. That's what I was going to mention. There's your YouTube page for those of you who are interested in learning more about what Audrey does. It's called Audrey Gives to Place of Hope. There's also a Facebook page with a similar name. But you started making YouTube videos. How did that idea come about?
I just had a YouTube channel before, and I was wondering what I should use it for, just happened to have a YouTube channel. I was trying to come up with ideas for it, and then this came along, and I'm like, why not just do YouTube videos to go along with the Facebook? Because kids don't go on Facebook and YouTube, so the kids cannot only like listen to what I have to say and go to fundraisers, but they can also know when it's supposed to be on YouTube.
Yeah, and here's the Place of Hope website, I believe, and you can see all what they're about. You can donate directly to them. But I spoke with the folks over there, and they said that you're just a great advocate for their mission and purpose. And there's only so many staff there, they said, at the Place of Hope that can echo what they aim to do in the community. But having people like you and your family go out there and be such a great voice to their mission is they say that they can't do it without you. So they were definitely very appreciative. And if we can go ahead and pull up your YouTube page one more time, I believe you were telling me that on the About tab on that YouTube page, you can find more information about how to directly donate to your $10,000 goal. If we go there on the end, there's as you see it there, the PayPal information. And for those watching, Audrey's not going to be fundraising forever. I think the goal is what, September, I believe, or so, that you're going to keep the fundraising window open.
End of September, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the information you see there. And I mean, she's been slowly chipping away at that goal. She is not daunted by, the huge number that she set ahead of herself, $10,000. I couldn't even fathom that amount of money when I was that age. But started when? In January or so, Audrey? Is that right?
Yes, mid-January. I've loved every second of it.
Right. And Mom, just what's your reaction to seeing her? We mentioned one of your guys' ladies' favorite quote, turning her cans into cans and her dreams into plans. But you're watching it happen every day with her just, finding new ways to fundraise, get the word out. Every time she films a new video, you must be a proud mom.
Oh, we're very, very proud. And she's such a great kid. And, she's so driven. She came up with this idea on her own. It wasn't something that we pushed on her or told her that she should do. And when she came to me with this number, I was like, oh, that's a big number, Audrey. But she is slowly chipping away at it, and she's doing a good job. So we are very proud.
Actually, how we came up with that number was, I'm not even sure you know this, but in the car, I was with Dad, and he was going to dance on Saturday morning. And I told him what I was going to do. He's like, $1,000? You can do better than that. And so, and then we got into this huge conversation about how 175 toys is like $3,000. So you need to go over that. And then I was like, and then I said, I'll do 15,000. And it's like, that's a little too much. So
maybe next time. Yeah. So it turns into a math it turns into a math and economics lesson. You definitely have gotten to learn the value of a dollar and how far a dollar goes, because I kind of mentioned it during the story, but at 7, you raised 175 toys for Place of Hope, and everything kind of snowballed from there. So congratulations to you. And there you go, a picture of little Audrey full of that mountain of toys. I'm sure that was a very exciting fundraiser there. But yeah, your dad mentioned, as you said, $1,000 that wouldn't even really cover 100 toys. So you wanted to make a bigger impact. So that's great. Sandy saying, what a great goal you have there, $10,000, and you're more than halfway there. So for those of you who thought it wasn't possible, but if you want to help Audrey, what you really can do is just share this video. Go ahead and share her message. Click on her links. Watch her videos. Let your loved ones know. You can donate from anywhere in the world, really. You don't have to be just from South Florida. But Place of Hope is one of the largest nonprofits of its kind in our area to service so many people differently. And, they're offering wraparound care for those who are in the foster care system. That goes with, certifying foster families and making sure that they do case working with those families and children who are being fostered out, as well as we mentioned, making sure that they have community resources, both the families and those who are in the foster care system, aging out of the foster care system, those who are coming from abused situations who might need resources, and even those who are finding themselves on the wrong end of human trafficking. They do all of that, and it's a lot. But the South Florida community here, and Audrey and her family are supporting them. So it's really great, and I'm glad that I got a chance to meet you and share your story. And that's all I can do. But you're really putting the boots on the ground work. I didn't even know about your Dunkin' Donuts fundraiser, the free lemonade. And I also heard, Audrey, or Dorinda, you might want to tell us a little bit about it, because I heard from Jamie and the folks at Place of Hope that you're actually going to be helping them or share your story. And so also theirs at a little gala or banquet this week. Tell us about that. Are you excited?
Yeah.
So
Very
I
excited
don't know the
to say
exact details, but I heard you.
I've always wanted to.
Yeah, so tell us exactly what
Yeah,
you're going to be.
It's
So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I know part of it. So I'm allowed to go up there and I'm allowed to talk up there for a minute and tell them like what I'm doing, why I felt called to do that type of thing. I also and then I have to and then I've heard that I get to help give away an award to a foster family. So to the foster family of the year. So yeah.
It's a big honor to be asked to go up on
Yes.
stage. Most kids
Yeah,
don't
you
go
get
to
to
these
see it.
galas, so
Most people don't
she's
speak
very
English.
honored she gets asked.
Yes,
And if you know Audrey, you know
I'm
that she's
very
not nervous about
excited.
getting up and speaking in front of a crowd at all. Public speaking is her thing. So you're going to be sharing your story, giving an award to a foster family.
It's the
What I'd like to see it all come full circle, Dorinda, because you've been working, with Place of Hope from, since Audrey was very young, before she could do her own fundraisers. But to see the families who are affected by the change that you're making, what's that like?
It's pretty special to be able to watch my child do something that makes such a big difference in the lives of others. And $10,000, and then it's being matched by a donor from that gives a Place of Hope. So if she reaches her goal, she'll give $20,000. That's not a small amount of money, and it's going to make such an impact in those lives of those kids. So it's such a cool thing as a parent, and just as a person to be involved with the organization for so long to an impact like that. It's really exciting.
And for those of you watching, Audrey's doing all this organizational stuff. Mom's pretty much just the facilitator, is what she explained to me. But Audrey is juggling school and her social life and, her sisters and pets and all this, all while she's trying to raise this, $10,000 goal. And we mentioned at the end of the story that, when she fills in that circle chart that she's coloring in, there's another $10,000 there. So it's all pretty awesome. There's the chart I was talking about. We were just over little over half, but as she continues to color in that heart with the help of the community and you guys watching and those who she interacts with, another $10,000 going to a great charity. So happy to be a part. We're happy that WPTV was able to share your story, and I have the feeling that your impact is going to go way beyond this fundraiser. So I'm really excited to see what you and your family have in store.
For hearing our story, for sharing it. We're so excited. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Any other big plans that you guys have coming out, or any other things you want to get off your chest about this cause, or what you guys hope to do with Place of Hope while we have the platform here?
My next my next goal, my next fundraiser is I've had a lot of people ask me what it will be next, and to be honest, I have no idea. I'm just kind of waiting to see what God calls me to do, and just to wait and see. So I'm just trying to get this one done, and then I'll see what the next one brings.
Well, we are fully behind you, and what a great, we just popped up the comment, but what a great note to end it on from Anna. She says, for those of you that say kids don't mimic their parents' actions, here's proof. Her mom's cause is now her daughter's. Great family values, and congratulations. What do you have to say to that, Dorinda?
That makes me want to cry. That's so nice. Thank you. And it's some days parenting is a really, really hard gig, but seeing your kid do such amazing things, it really, really gives you validation as a parent that you're doing something right. So that's so nice. Thank you. We've had such great comments from the community surrounding all the videos and the news article, and it's so nice to hear the encouragement. Thank you.
Okay, big things coming from the Robertson family. Thank you guys for waking up early with us. I know that 9 a.m. isn't everybody's cup of tea, but it's for a great cause, and we love to get the word out. So for those of you watching, you can go ahead and recap or rewind this video. It will be posted on our social media pages and Facebook. I'm sure you'll see it on Audrey's YouTube or Facebook page as well. But anything we can do to help you guys in this awesome cause. And thank you so much for helping to inspire South Florida.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
All right, we'll let you go about your day. Thank you so much, ladies. Have a great day.